King's Country, kingscountry.net. It never ceases to amaze me how negative the news gets. So it's always good to see something positive, especially from right here in the Lone Star State. This is really cool. A 23-year-old woman graduated from the University of Texas at San Antonio, hook 'em horns, and walked the stage with her 88-year-old grandfather, who also had just graduated. Here's Melanie Salazar talking about their story and accomplishment with her grandfather.
My grandpa has been in and out of school since the 1950s. So since the 50s, he has been working towards his bachelor's degree. But in the 50s, he fell in love, got married, started a family, so wasn't able to continue school right away. There were times where we would get lunch together, be in the library together, and just like work silently side by side.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. Welcome to a TGIF edition of the Jim King of the Radio Show. Don't confuse it with the TV show. No, that's a completely different animal. I'm doing that, too. 3 times this weekend on Fox 4 and the CW. Got a little preview coming up. It's going to feature some Frank Foster. Also coming up around the bend, got the Bellamy Bros on the way. They've been on the show. Dustin Lynch coming up, Kenny Chesney. But right after this very short break, a classic from Reba, Little Rock on King's Country.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy. King of the road.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's
King of the road.
King of the Road talks to country comedian Rodney Carrington.
Well, you are the man. It's nice to see you in Beaumont. What do you think of Beaumont, Texas? Did you see much of it?
Well, yeah, Beaumont's the entertainment mecca of the world. They told me 10 years ago, they said, Rodney, you think you hot, you think you good, you'll never work Beaumont. Well, here I am. We stayed in it.
Here you are. You've arrived, Rodney.
Yeah, they put us up down there at the Best Western Hotel and Casino.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a casino, but there's a guy in the lobby with a deck of cards that'll, if you beat him, he'll give you $5 or $6, so it's kind of like a casino.
Now, what can I do for you, Toots?
I don't want to spend another lonely night.
Streaming from the studios of King of the Road Productions in Beaumont, Texas. This is where it all goes down for the TV and radio. Yes, I said TV. Brand new episode coming up this weekend. Well, actually, it's rehashing some stuff because it's Jim King of the TV's 15th annual New Year's mini-series. The grand conclusion this weekend. We aired part 1 last weekend, 3 times this weekend. And I'll be posting the segments at jimkingoftheroad.com tomorrow afternoon. We're going to close this one out with Corey Michael back in the Royal Spotlight thanks to Bradley's Collision Center. We'll have the Southeast Texas debut of Christina Taylor's new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. Of course, we'll have that Soggy Bottom Saloon events calendar. We'll feature Bernie Allen and Wayne Toops and Zyda Cajun looking in the rear view at 2021, another fabulous year for King of the Road Productions. And we'll feature Frank Foster looking back at last year.
Now, Texas, can you give me a big old yee-haw? Did somebody say Colbert? Did somebody say Crowd? Did somebody say wound up blue collar route? Did somebody say loud? Did somebody say guitar? Did somebody say roll? Somebody been in the bullpen for too damn long. It's about time to get through. All 'cause I done got tired of nighttime on. Said I've been too good for too long. Done spent way too much alone here at home. Oh, Lord. Oh, in this high past time, these old boots took a shine and slid a woman across an old dance floor. Gonna have a few drinks, have another drink, and then have a few more.
And this man's gearing up for his Nation Fest. Nation Fest is coming up September?
Yeah, Nation Fest, September the 4th. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, anybody, but September the 4th, Nation Fest, Linville, Tennessee. We're fans that have followed us for a long time.
Yeah.
We done the Cypress Bottom thing down in Louisiana on my uncle's land for 2 or 3 years, and that was incredible. And I'm just trying to recreate that up there where I live at now, and Tickets went on sale this past week, and they're doing great, and it's going to be really exciting. So just another way to stay independent, doing things on your own, you know. Like you said a while ago, wear a lot of different hats. But
yeah, it's better than the alternative, though.
That's right, man. We've been playing in Nashville for the past few years up there, and got to the point where we had to play 2 or 3 nights in a row to satisfy all the fans. And I was like, you know what, man, we can move this out to the farm and bring people in from all over the country, throw a big old party, and man, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, we talked to you on the radio about that, about the advantages of being your own boss, and you probably get to take home more money in the first place.
Yeah, man. The thing is, I talk about it all the time with people. It's like, you know, you sacrifice a little money and a little fame to ride the dark horse that we ride, but when you factor it all in, where I've got 7, 8, 10 people on the payroll, as opposed to 50, 60, 70, right. It all kind of balances out. People don't realize that. So I love where I'm at, man. We make a great living. I've, you know, built a great career with a great fan base. And I can still go to my local Walmart and people speak and come up and say hello, but it's not too crazy, so I kind of like it, man.
Make all your own business decisions. It's kind of like jumping off a cliff while you're building a parachute, having your own business, being self-employed.
That's right, man. You got to jump off the cliff or you'll never know if you'll land or not. Right. So, and it wasn't all my doings. Everybody knows this. You know, my wife was heavily involved. She had a good job when I started doing this, and so did I. And she quit hers first, and then I quit mine. And it's just been an ongoing journey. You look back now, I think yesterday was the 10th anniversary of the first album I ever put out, Rowdy Reputation, 10 years ago. So, gosh almighty, man, what a ride.
Everybody put your hands together. Come on. Hey, Mr. Bartender, a roughneck don't need a blender. Some pop a top on something cold. Grab a few for me and the fellas, and that girl in the sunshine yellow with 1,000 eyes that are out of control. And if she needs to get her another, later on down a third road brother, I'm gonna take her to a spot nobody knows. Rock with her to the break of day. Working to the break of day, yeah. Hands up one more time, everybody. We'll be working to the break of day and flying on down the highway.
King of the Road. Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
Did you grow up playing and writing?
I didn't come across a guitar until my junior year of college.
Wow.
Yeah, I was playing basketball in college, if you can believe that. A lot of years ago. Yeah, I was playing basketball in college, and I got a guitar in my junior year of college just to kind of accompany myself. And, you know, you get bored sitting around out there and nothing much to do, and I picked out a few chords, and as soon as I did that, man, the songs started coming out, and I said, man, you know, this is kind of cool. And then you start playing them for your buddies at school, and then played them for my buddies back home, and then when I graduated and went offshore and started playing for those guys out there, when we get off work, they just really encouraged me, man. They said, man, we think that, we're not just telling you this, buddy, you know, we think you got something, you should go try. And deep down, that's all I wanted was somebody to believe in me a little bit and give me a little push and give me the confidence to go do it. And those guys were the foundation for everything you see today.
King of the Road. That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
Where's the door?
King's Country at kingscountry.net. That's Hank Williams Jr. and Dinosaur. That's where I'm headed, but don't tell anybody. And age is just a number, right? Right. It's a TGIF edition, and we've got them stacked up for you. T. Graham Brown coming up in just a few. Darius Rucker got some Jody Messina in a few. And we're going to be hearing from Jimmy Allen on people not being prepared to drive in the snow for you Yankees that may be streaming us today. Of course, we come to you from Beaumont, Texas, where country is king. But you can stream us worldwide at kingscountry.net. And remember to tell Alexa, hey, Alexa, play King's Country from TuneIn. And you're in.
So much faith we can walk on water.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for riding through the noon hour with me, Jim King of the Radio. It was a little chilly this morning, about 40 degrees when I got out of the crib. But it could be worse. You could be way up north where they're freezing their butts off in the snow. That country star Jimmy Allen helped a guy whose car got stuck in the snow yesterday in Nashville. Turns out the guy was on a beer run. So when Jimmy got back in the car, he posted a rant that snow was in the forecast for 2 days, and the guy should have planned ahead.
Nashville. Okay, here's the thing. If you did not grow up driving in the snow, just chill at the crib. They told us 3 days ago it was going to snow. So that means you had 2 or 3 days to get out the house and get everything you needed to get to be prepared for the situation. So now, since you decided to get out and drive around in a car with no snow driving experience and no four-wheel drive, you get stuck. And we're good Samaritans down here, okay? So we're going to help you. Now, I got wet feet because I decided to help somebody out, help this one guy get unstuck earlier. I said, man, where you going? He said, I'm running to the store to get some beer. Boy, you had 2 days to get beer. More to the story is be prepared. Preparation matters.
All right, yeah, it's
King's Country, kingscountry.net. Welcome to a TGIF edition, Friday, January 7th, 2022. Happy New Year to you. We're 38 days until Valentine's Day, 25 days until Year of the Tiger, 10 days to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and today is National Bobblehead Day. I always wanted one of those bobblehead King of the Road action figures. Maybe I'll still get one someday. Got my fingers crossed. Hey, do the math. 13 years ago at this very date, Meryl Streep's version of Mamma Mia won Best Song from a Soundtrack at the People's Choice Awards. Katy Perry took the pop category with I Kissed a Girl. Alicia Keys won Favorite R&B Song with No One. Kid Rock won Favorite Rock Song with All Summer Long. I think we played that on the country station I worked at. I believe we did. And Carrie Underwood, Her Royal Highness, took Favorite Country Song with Last Name. We play that here on King's Country. As we keep it coming on this TGIF, thanks for riding shotgun in the Black Bullet. King's Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for riding shotgun with me. On the radio, we do it on TV, too. Yeah, it's my time to shine on the boob tube 3 times every weekend on Fox 4 and the CW this weekend. We've got our final look in the rear view at 2021. We'll put that bad boy in the rear view for sure. Not the greatest year, personally, but business-wise, it wasn't too bad. Not a bad year at all. Looking forward to 2022, much better, though. Anyhow, check out the show this weekend. I'm going to give you an update on my medical condition. It's all good in the hood. Making a full recovery, well on my way to that. I'd say I'm about 98% now after that horrific wreck on November 9th. Little update, we'll kick off the show this weekend, and you can stream those segments right now on my Facebook page or tomorrow at jimkingoftheroad.com. Quick time out, pay some bills with George Strait, King George, right after these on King's Country. I remember talking to him once. King's Country, kingscountry.net. Thanks for riding shotgun. Final hour of the Jim King of the Radio show for a TGIF edition. And the full lineup has been announced for this year's Rodeo Houston, just down the road in Houston, Tejas. The list is enormous. Here's a few of the big names. George Strait, Chris Stapleton, Luke Bryan, Maren Morris, Tim McGraw, Keith Eben, Dierks Bentley, Cody Johnson, Ricky Martin, and Brad Paisley. Kicks off February 28th, just down the road in Houston, Texas. May have to make a little road trip, me and my sweetie, Suzanne Simmons. We'll see. Tickets are kind of pricey, I think, but, hey, it may be worth it. King's Country at kingscountry.net. That does it for the Jim King of the Radio show. Hope you'll watch the Jim King of the TV show, Who's Counting? But it's the grand conclusion of our 15th annual New Year's special, airing 3 times this weekend on Fox 4 and the CW. You can actually stream the segments, he says, tomorrow, starting around noonish at jimkingoftheroad.com, those full segments. I got a little preview on my Facebook page. If you get a chance, just peruse over there. It's also at the fan page of the Jim King of the TV and Radio show. Sign up. Get you on. Yes, sign up for that. Keep between the ditches. Have a good one. Join me right here Monday, 10-ish on King's Country. Later, Gators.